So there it is, the game of the week for round number 19. It had to be first against third. I can't believe I'm saying this. Who would have thought that St Helens were in with a shout of winning the League Leaders' Shield 7 weeks ago? But unbelievably, Saints are on a great run of form. They're bringing it back. And this is going to be, well, I think it's going to tell us a lot about both teams. This is going to tell us a lot about both sides, one way or the other.
I agree. Yeah.
Curtis Sivernon back is expected. Dan Norman in contention and returned from his 2-week loan at Lee. Lewis Baxter and T. Ritson out of the squad. Let's take a look at the squads. There they come. As for Steve McNamara, they were without Mitchell Pearce. They were out without Mitchell Pearce and Sam Tompkins last week. They are back. But bad news for the Catalan Dragons. Arthur Morg out. That's a massive blow.
Huge
for the
blow.
Dragons going into this one.
Huge blow. I mean, Tompkins will probably slot into that role, but
yeah,
the way Morg has been playing this season, that for me is the game changer as far as I'm concerned. That gives Saints a massive advantage. I mean, the packs are quite evenly matched, I think. I think Davis and Kieran might be useful, but I think the Morg is the big one as far as I'm concerned.
It's a big blow. What I would say on this though, Challenge Cup. Saints have got the Challenge Cup semi-final the week after. Does that have a bearing on this result? Could that play into Catalans' hands a little bit?
It's a good question, but I think this is Saints, and judging by the squad they've got there, they are going to, unless they kind of pick from the higher end of the squad. I think Saints will want a strong performance going into the semi-final.
So where are you going, mate?
I am going with Saints, and I'm going 9-17 Saints.
Yeah, you're going along with Mr. Schofield on that occasion then.
Yeah, I think they've just, there's been some great games, and Catalan have won occasionally at Saints in the past, but Saints are on a roll. Saints have got that mindset now that takes teams to grand finals and to Challenge Cup finals, I think. So I'm going Saints 9-17.
Yeah, I'm going the same. The fans forum see it a bit closer. They're going Saints 1-8, but everybody going the way of St Helens. In the chat live this evening, a lot of love for Saints. Steph Sale sees it Saints by 60. I think he's having a bit of a play there. Ryan Birch, Saints 9-17. Has anybody gone Catalan? No, nobody's gone Catalan. Everybody.
So that'd be Catalan by 18. Plus.
Yeah, we'll all be wrong. We'll all be wrong. But there you go. Right, moving on to the next game on Friday, the Huddersfield Giants taking on Wakefield. I mean, this is another one, isn't it? I mean, wow. I mean, great win for Huddersfield. But the thing about Huddersfield also, I mean, Huddersfield this season, they have backed up. They backed up earlier in the season. They beat Trinity and then they beat Castleford. When these met earlier in the campaign, though, remember, at Wakefield, it was only 8-0. It was only 8-0. Long time ago, that. But that was the score back in the day. Oh, God, this is a tough one. Well, both the Fans Forum and Schofield have gone Wakey. Fans Forum 1-8, Gary Schofield 9-17. No love for Huddersfield. I believe Huddersfield as well are going to be out. I think Sam Hewitt's injured. I think Chris Hill's doubtful.
Yes, I think Chris Hill is doubtful. I've got down here Hill could miss it.
Yeah, Hill doubtful.
Yeah. Do you know this is a
it's a belt, isn't it? I mean,
I think what will swing this is that it's all very well backing up wins, but backing up when you've been to France and won, as happened to Warrington twice.
Yeah, good counsel, yeah.
And I'm gonna go. I'm sorry, my friends from Huddersfield, but I'm gonna go Wakefield as well. I think Wakefield have got the bit between the teeth. It's always difficult to back up coming back from France when you've lost, never mind when you've won. And I'm going Wakey 1-8.
We all go on the way of the forum. They've seen Wakey once. I'm going 90-17. The reason I'm going 90-17 on this one is if Hill is out, the fact that Whitbread's back, I'm a massive fan of Jai Whitbread. You know, Tony was quality last week. I think we haven't mentioned it tonight, but I mean, I was actually speaking to Darryl Powell on Saturday and I mentioned David Fafita and I said, what a masterstroke that is. And he just looked at me and went, could be the biggest signing of the season.
Well done, Darryl. Well done, Darryl. And Josh Griffin as well.
Well, Griffin as well, yeah, he's going to be in the mix as well. So I think, you know, I think Wakey, they've got the bit between the teeth. They're ready. Sorry, Cass, but I think at the end of this weekend, you're in serious.
And what do you think? Wakey have got Warrington the week after, who, as I've said countless times, Warrington have a great knack of snatching defeat from the jaws of victory at Wakefield. It's it's really worrying times for Castleford.
Very much so, mate. Very much so. So as none of us are going back into any love for Huddersfield in the chat. Yeah, Dale Robb saying 6-10 to Huddersfield. Alan Claregate to Huddersfield. We've got Paul Sanderson saying 12 to the Giants. Kevin Ogden 9-17 to the Giants. Graham Parrish, Huddersfield by 10. So quite a lot. Golden point by Huddersfield. Steffi's saying so. There's quite a lot of love for Huddersfield in the chat.
This could be one of those games where Huddersfield put 40 past them.
Yeah.
It's that type of game.
It's bonkers,
that type of season.
Mate, the season's bonkers, mate.
Wakefield could put 40 past Huddersfield. I can't see it myself.
No, I can't.
But I've gone for Wakey, but I would not be surprised if Huddersfield absolutely smashed them off the park. It's been that kind of season.
It's been that kind of season. Then we go to Headingley on Friday night. Leeds, for the first time, have gone 3 wins in a row. First time they've done that this season. They've had two doubles, but they haven't done a treble in terms of wins. They did that. Yeah. They've done that now. So that's boding well for them. As for Hull KR, take away the Wakefield 28-12 win. In the last 7, they've lost 6. Obviously, we're not taking into account the Challenge Cup when we say that. So one team, I mean, Schneider's in, of course. Yeah. Mentioned that for Mikey Lewis out, Walker out. So we'd expect even Ryan maybe to deputise at fullback for the Robins. Lynette won't play for HIA protocol reasons as well.
Lynette's out, So
that's a blow to have lost Lynette. So I think, Hull KR are down on troops as it is. They're even further down on troops, and they're going to a Leeds team that at this moment in time are in great form. The fans forum, they see Leeds 1-8. Gary Schofield sees Leeds 9-17. Live in the chat, we have yet to have anybody back KR, mate. Where are you going?
Yeah, I said earlier that KR are one of those teams, last couple of seasons, they seem to be able to bring players in when it looks like they're pretty threadbare who perform. Schneider will be a big plus, I hope, for them.
Yeah, he will, yeah.
He could probably take a few games to settle in.
Yeah.
Rhinos on a roll. I'm going 18 plus Rhinos.
I have, mate. And I've done that for the pure reason of the absence, because Minchella's out as well. So Minchella's gone.
Minchella's a big player.
Minchella's gone. But I think they'll save Batchelor's return for the... And that's the other reason why I'm going 18 plus. I think KR will have one eye on the Challenge Cup. The best chance the Robins have got for silverware this season is the Challenge Cup. And I think that they will potentially squander this one.
They're not in any great relegation danger yet.
They're just. Yeah, I think for the sake of the game, and they can afford to lose this one, and they're still in the fight for the 6. I think Leeds will win this one comfortably. And thankfully it's not on the telly. What is on the telly is this one. Could have easily. Could have easily have been another game of the week, but I think there's no doubt where that one was. That's at the Totally Wicked on Thursday. Wigan, Warrington. Again, Wigan have got that semi-final of the Challenge Cup to look forward to. Warrington have got bodies back. Harrison Cassiano will be back for this one for Warrington. Williams expected to return. Not confirmed yet. Still a little bit of doubt, but expected that Williams would return for this one. Josh Fulis is expected to be in the mix. That said, I didn't think Russell had a bad game against Saints. I think Russell has done.
I thought Matty Russell was outstanding.
Yeah,
he was as soon as I had my head in my hands when I saw him and Minikin on the on the edge. Fair play to the pair of them. They shut me up. Let's put it that way.
Wigan, both of these two teams will be bruised. Probably more so Wigan than Warrington. And Wigan's pride will have been dented, regardless of how well Wakefield played. Going to Wakefield and losing, they won't be happy about that. No. Warrington, an improvement against Saints. Hopefully, with the troops back, can improve again. Again, very similar to what we've been saying about that looming large, the Challenge Cup semi-final. It could have a bearing, it might not have a bearing. Fans Forum gone Wigan 1-8. Gary Schofield gone Wigan 9-17. A couple in the chat going the way of Warrington. Matthew Sale 9-17. Wire. Graham Parrish saying Warrington by 8. Steph Sales going Wire as well 9-17. Paul Sanderson Warrington by 8. So bit either way. Couple Wigan as well in the chat there. I think it should be tight. I think it will be tight. Question is, mate, which way are you going?
Like I say, this is going to be. It could go one of two ways. It's either going to be a tight game or a blowout to either side. I know Warrington probably had one of the best performances of the season on Friday. There's no doubt about that in defeat.
I agree.
Wigan will be bruised. My only fear is that every time Warrington put performance in like that against Saints, they go on a losing streak. It seems to take so much out the tank. Yes, we got bodies back, but I'm going Wigan 9-17. I'd be interesting to see the Wigan squad and whether it's a squad that has got the semi-final in mind. But it's the St Helens factor for me, and the fact that whenever Warrington put a performance like that up against Saints, and especially if they lose, they tend to lose the next couple of games.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I'm going Wyatt. I'm going against you all. I think the fact that Warrington lost that quarter-final, they'll still be hurting from that. I did see an improvement last week from Warrington. I think the Challenge Cup will be a distraction for the cup holders, Wigan. And I'm going Warrington 9-17.
I hope you're right.
I'm going against you. I'm going to go against you. Going against you. Right, then we go to the MKM and two returning players, of course, for both sides here. Jake Truman going up against his former side. Joe Westerman returning to the MKM Stadium, as you can see there in the Graphico. Last time these two met, dear me, it seems a long time ago now, it was the opening round of Super League, and it was a belter as well at the MKM. Castleford lost it 32 points to 30. What a great game.
I remember that game. It's fantastic.
Great start to the season. Really, really close. Who'd have thought that Castleford then, the season had gone the way it went for Cass.
Wasn't Hulk winning that by quite a lot as well, and Castleford came back a cinch, remember?
It was second half comeback. They had it in the pocket. They got off to a flyer in that Hull FC. Clifford and Hoy on debut, and both of them were outstanding that day. And then surely Castleford brought themselves back into the game. No love for Castleford, though, at this point in the season. The Fans Forum and Schofield both going Hull FC by 18 plus. I don't see it that big. I'm going 9-17 to FC. I don't see it as an 18 pluser. Where do you see it, mate?
I see Hull 18 plus. I'm not going to beat around the bush on this one. So again, by 18 or more,
So again, I'm going slightly away from you on that one. Hull, a lot of love for Hull. No Cass at all in the chat at all. The scores ranging pretty much from 9-17 to 18 plus, with the majority going more 18 plus. And then, do you know what? I'm absolutely gutted that I am working on Sunday evening, because if I wasn't, I would be at this game. Genuinely, I would get in my car and I would go to the Salford Community Stadium and I would watch this game. I think this game will be a little belter. I really, really do. Salford, like we've said, I'm sorry, Leigh fans, I'm going to reiterate it for you. I do apologise. Twice, they have gone to the Leopards then and come away with 2 points, 20 points to 10 and 22 points to 20. Two incredibly close games on both occasions. Is this the moment that Lee get a bit of retribution? The Fans Forum and Schofield believe it will be with a Lee Leopards 9-17 win. However, I go back to it. The Challenge Cup looms large and they have not got the turnaround that Saints have got. Does that play into Salford's hands?
I think on this occasion, yes, I do.
Yeah.
You know, Wigan Saints have been in semi-finals before. I think Hull KR have been in a semi-final recently, got to Wembley. I think Lee will prioritise the semi-final. And that could very well play into Salford's hands. I think it will. I would have, if my daughter wasn't playing against Wigan on Sunday, I think I'd have popped down to this one as well. But yeah, I think Salford 9-17.
We going big?
Yeah. Sorry, Lee fans. You know it's nothing personal.
No, I can't bring myself to back against Lee. I'm going to go with him, but I'm going to go tight 1-8. I think the first two games have been really, really close. I think this one will be as well, but I'm just going to give it to the Leopards. Graham Parrish sees it Salford by 10. He's with you, mate. Lewis Boardman, Lee 18. Third time lucky for Lee, says Paul Sanderson. Greg's semi-final ticket has just gone in the bin.
I couldn't go anyway.
Outstanding. But yeah, no, outstanding stuff. But yeah, Lee, most people go in the way of Lee in that one. But yeah, I mean, wow. Should be a belter. Well worth getting to. If you're in and around Greater Manchester on Sunday and nothing better to do, get yourself down to watch that one.